This is FYI on your TV. I'm Kathy Botham, and I've got Tammy Parent with me. First time here at FYI.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Welcome all the way from Carleton Place. Is that where your head office is?
Yes.
That's where your head office is.
Yes.
Now, we must say you are the manager of the Lanark County Food Bank, the Hunger Stop.
Correct.
How long have you been doing that?
I'm going into my 5th season.
Okay, and how did you get started working at a food bank?
So my background is basically event management, volunteer management, so working with people and high energy events. And the opportunity came across my desk one day, and I was looking for something a little less stressful than the event industry. And I wanted to do something that was relatively stress-free and something that was helping. And this came across my desk, and I thought it was perfect. And it is. It's the perfect fit.
Had your name on it, did it?
Yes, it sure did. It sure did.
Now let's talk about the Hunger Stop, because it's amazing what your catchment area is. It's huge.
Yes, actually 770 square kilometers. So Carleton Place, Almont, Pakenham, Clayton, all the way out to White Lake. And then we do Beckwith, Ashton, and Innisfil. And we have a delivery program within our services. So we send volunteers out to all of those areas to deliver food to people's homes who can't get to the food bank.
I guess that was going to be my next question, sort of, was you've got such a big catchment area, but your head office, the main place is Carleton Place.
Yes.
How do you get to your other locations?
So, yeah, absolutely. So usually clients will come to us, and obviously if they have transportation, if they live a distance away, they can get themselves there. And a lot of our clients walk to the food bank as well, but we do deliver for those who can't get to us, whether it's for mobility issues or lack of a vehicle or lack of affordability of gas in this day and age. So we offer a delivery service right to clients' homes.
Excellent, excellent. Now you're here today to talk about Build a Mountain of Food as well.
Yes, very exciting.
This is our 17th year for Build a Mountain of Food, and we figure 16 years Carleton Place.
I think that would be it. Yeah.
Yeah, the first year I think Build a Mountain of Food was just in Perth.
Yes.
So you've been participating the whole time.
Yes.
That it was available to you. So
yes.
You've been around the food bank for 5 years. Let's talk about the day of. What's it look like to you as the manager of the food bank?
Well, the day of is exciting. It's hectic. So we are at 4 different locations through our area. So we're at Johnson's Independent in Almont, and we're at Mitchell's Independent in Carleton Place, as well as Giant Tiger and Freshco. And we have a team of volunteers set up at those locations. So the team of volunteers rotates every 2 hours, and they're there to interact with our customers and ask them to support the food bank by purchasing either a bag of food or a virtual bag of food, because some of our stores are doing virtual bags, or making a donation of their own products or just a cash donation. And my role is to make sure all of those volunteers are in place, that they're all fully trained, that they're hydrated, that they're excited, and that they know everything that they need to do to keep things rolling. So we run from it. The program runs 9 to 4, but our volunteers are set up at 8. And we have shifts every 2 hours, so we keep rotating through, and we have people coming through with water and treats for our volunteers as well. And I'm sort of moving through, making sure everything's going smoothly, collecting some money so that we can sort of gradually do a count. So at the end of the day, we don't have all of the money to count, that we've just got a small amount to add to the last, from the last shift. So.
Now you mentioned the virtual bag too. That's sort of new in the last year or two.
Yes.
Too. Can you talk about what that is?
Sure. So what it is basically is the grocery store decides on products to sell, and they create a sheet with a barcode or a QR code, I guess, and the volunteer hands out the virtual bag, which is a sheet, to the customers, and the customer takes it to the cash. They scan it at the cash, and they're charged for the bag. And then at the end of the event, the store tallies up all of the bags that they've sold, and then they deliver that product to us in bulk.
And like some places have still got the bag, so you
Yes.
can actually see it. But for our younger generation, some people like this newer
Yes.
way of using technology. And,
Yes.
and I just started hearing about the virtual bag in the last little while. So
yeah, it's
that's
a little
new
bit.
option.
It is. It's a little bit less labor intensive for both the store and the volunteer teams back at the headquarters. So instead of receiving all the bags and having to rip them open and then sort through all of them and put them with their appropriate items, we just receive the large product load at the end of the event, usually in the week after the event, and that way the food has to be handled less, and we're able to just place it in its, sort of in its area. All of the stuff comes in at once. So yeah, it's just a simpler way to do it and a little less labor intensive.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Now, Build a Mountain of Food. It's like you say, you go around and you pump up the volunteers and you get people motivated and you get people who are buying the food and donating, getting them pumped up and everything too. It's a wonderful day. Wonderful, wonderful
Yes.
day. And it is full of emotions and people are glad they're helping. But, you know, back at the food bank, they need the help too.
Yes.
So if we can talk a little bit about what the need is in your area.
Yes.
Yes.
So we have a 45% increase
Wow.
over last year. That's pretty staggering. And we have about 1,274 was our last count for September. 1,274 people come through our doors every month. And 38% of those are children.
Yes.
And that's sort of a sad statistic. But 45% increase over last year. Our budget has increased by gigantic proportions over the last 4 to 5 years. A couple of factors affecting that. One is the obvious increase in groceries. Number two, the obvious increase in people that are coming to us. And even though our numbers are increasing and the cost is increasing, we continue to evaluate the services that we offer by doing surveys with our clients. And we continue to improve the services that we offer through those responses to the surveys. So we've increased some of the services that we've offered. For example, we offer a client the opportunity to come in once a month for a full grocery order. And they can also come in once a week for what we call a weekly top-up. And in the past, it used to include a couple of items from our top-up shelf, our bonus shelf, and our pet food shelf. But it now includes fresh milk, fresh fruits and vegetables, and the bonus shelf and the top-up shelf and the pet food shelf. So our costs are increasing because we're continuing to expand our programs and listening to our clients. And one of the things I wanted to mention, to give you an example of what somebody gets from us when we do a monthly order. So if we have a family of 4 with an infant and a child and maybe a pet, the grocery cart that they get is equivalent of $350.
Wow.
So every time someone's coming through the door that once a month, they're getting about $350 worth of groceries. And of course, it's a little less for a single family, and it's way more for a family of, let's say, 5, 6, or 7. We do have families of 7, size 7, 8, and 9. And in some cases, those are blended families or families with quite a few children. So
Right. So the need is there.
the need is definitely there.
And all the more important for people to make donations and for our Build a Mountain of Food, which yours is on November 4th
Yes,
this year. You're the
it's
first
coming
one out
up.
for Build a Mountain of
Yes,
Food.
we're always pretty lucky because we're the first one. It's generally the nicest weather or the least frigid. Sometimes our volunteers do have to be outside. So we're always grateful that we get to start right at the beginning of November. And it's always exciting to be the first one of anything anyway. So we like to kick it off in style and have a good time.
Absolutely. So Build a Mountain of Food, November 4th is going to be in Carleton Place and Almont. Can you name the locations again?
Yes, so Johnson's Your Independent in Almont, Mitchell's Your Independent in Carleton Place, and Freshco and Giant Tiger both in Carleton Place.
Have you got all your volunteers?
Got all of our volunteers. Yes, we're all ready to
Everybody's
go.
You have a lot of people come back every year, don't you?
We do, yes.
They
We've
enjoy it
got,
so much.
we have about 140 volunteers that help the organization overall, from helping with Build a Mountain events or special events and our gardening events, as well as at the store itself, helping people shop and doing the stocking. So about 140 people that we rally around and are so grateful for.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Tammy
Thank
Parent
you.
from the Lanark County Food Bank, the Hunger Stop. Where are you located if people need help? How do they get a hold of
Sure,
you?
absolutely. We are at 84 Mill Street in Carleton Place, and I tell everybody that Mill Street is the same street the town hall is on. So if you know where the town hall is at the bridge, you just come down to the end and we're the big beige building on the right-hand side.
It's easy to get to.
Yes, very easy.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. Tammy
Thank you.
Parent, the manager of the Lanark County Food Bank, the Hunger Stop. Have a great day. Build a Mountain of Food.
Thank
November
you.
4th in Carleton Place in Almont.
Thank you so much.
There we go. Awesome.